the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Houston Texans. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry.
2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So now the Lions go on offense in a great starting spot. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. Lance now on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now, good with a PAT. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. But they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Now a dump off here complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
That's right. Right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots, now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Singletary going to get the handoff. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Texans football to start quarter 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Zaven Collins, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 7. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And that'll be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics all off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Off of play action, here's Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up the third down. He'll look to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But
he's got a man complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Lance. This will be caught just inside the 10. And quickly they get to the line. On second down now, it's Ross.
we both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Najee Harris on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. This is caught. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. A final shot before half for Lance. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought the first half, they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Detroit.
And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. They've got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And, boy, they hit that one.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Powers through him, and he'll be brought down here at the 28. They He gets 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Seven's a Mike 7. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They run for it with Harris. Runs over it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On play action, Lance. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary. What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20.
And on 1st and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. But Houston's offense taking over again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out right at the 25. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great.
Salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion. It's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking. Probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted. Playing all go, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me. I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse. Disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest. The real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all I doubt. You gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speeding.